Good evening, everybody, and welcome to your online Herbalife experience. My name's Matthew Barraclough, and it's my absolute honour and privilege to be your host for this evening. As it says on the screen, I've been around Herbalife for a long time, 28 years, and over the next 25 minutes, my story will come out a little bit. But one thing I will say on the front end is that I never expected to be here doing this, right? I actually resisted Herbalife for a long time. My parents got involved when I was 14 years old, and I thought they were perfectly crazy. Never did I think I'd be in this position. So it is really now a privilege to be able to share this with you. And over the next 30 minutes, and my promise with you is we'll be nowhere near 30 minutes, I don't think, is we're going to give a little bit of a bigger picture, an understanding of Herbalife, the company, the products, the mission we're on, the people we are helping. Because the chances are, if you're tuned in this evening, it's because you're already enjoying Herbalife products. Maybe you're already getting great results, right? I understand if you've only been around maybe a few days, maybe you're playing part of our health marathon game and you're just 10 days into this journey, and then to be thinking about still being here in 28 years might be a strange one for you, but I didn't think I'd be here 28 years later either. But over the next 30 minutes, we're going to talk a little bit about the challenges that the modern world is facing, whether they're health or financial. We're going to talk about the modern solution, our solution to some of those problems, which is Herbalife, the company, the products, the support, the community, and everything that comes with it. The opportunities that Herbalife provides beyond just looking and feeling better, getting whatever result it is you're after, and your options. And to be really upfront, because I tend to be really upfront, the point of the next 25 minutes or so isn't to persuade or convince you to do anything more than you're doing. If you're happily enjoying the products and that's all you want to do, that's great. If you don't want to do anything else, that's great. One of your options is to stay doing exactly what you're doing now. But in order to pay it forward, then we want you to know what the other opportunities are, okay? So stick with us. If you have any questions, just note them down as I go and go back to the person that invited you on here. They'll be able to answer them for you. So let's start with some of the challenges, right? We'll start with the health stuff, because you only need to open the newspaper these days or go online or switch the TV on, and you'll be aware of the obesity epidemic that the modern world, the UK particularly, is facing, all of the health challenges that are related to people being overweight and people not having enough time or inclination to exercise, get the fresh air, drink enough water. And when you combine that with the prevalence of being able to access the high calorie, the low nutrient, the processed foods. We know how popular fizzy drinks, sugary snacks are, and the apps that are shown on here. We're not saying that these are bad things or they're evil. By the way, all those apps are on my phone and my wife's phone. We love a takeaway. We love eating out. We enjoy the same things that everybody does, right? But we've now found a way to be able to enjoy them in moderation, and thanks to Herbalife, not just the products, but the coaching, the understanding, the guidance that we've had over the years, we get to enjoy those things and not worry about them, and still live a life where we can reach our weight goals, we can have the energy we need, and all those things that really most people want. At the end of the day, right, the main wealth is health. Right? Without health, then it doesn't really matter how much money we have or how much time we have, because it's all a bit of a waste. And so we know the problems that are facing the UK. We know the problems that are facing most people when it comes to health, diet, lifestyle, and all that stuff. And for many, okay, a solution can be, and has been for me and the people you're going to hear about tonight, and the people that, the person that introduced you tonight, the people that maybe you're doing a marathon with or a challenge with, the solution has been Herbalife. Herbalife is a multi-award-winning products. We've got hundreds of products in over 90 countries around the world, and we independently are winning all these awards in sport nutrition, health and well-being, fitness, weight loss, skincare, hair care. Across the board, the products are really the star of the show. But when you combine those products products, right? And you'll have your favorite already. You'll have your favorite shake flavor, your favorite tea flavor, your favorite bar, your favorite crisp. But when you combine the product with everything else that Herbalife provides, and this is what really makes Herbalife unique, because let's face it, there's a lot of diet and weight loss products out there. When you combine it with the community, a little team of people on the same mission, a Facebook group, a chat, when you combine it with the support of those people and a one-to-one coach, mentoring, when you combine it with the inspiration of the results that we create daily, weekly, monthly, okay, of course, as part of what we do, there's lots of free workouts and meal plans as well. When you bring all of those things together, you really realize you can't get this anywhere else. And for me, I resisted Herbalife, particularly the opportunity, right, for a long time. 14 years old when my parents got started, I wouldn't even touch the products for the first 4 years. And then it took me another 12 years to go, well, what else is there? But eventually, it was the products that got me. Okay, the picture on the left-hand side, I'm a little bit younger than 30 years old there. And that's a guy with a big ego and a big belly to match his big ego. Someone that didn't want to listen to Herbalife people, that thought I could out-train a bad diet. Someone that when he wanted to lose weight, went down the deprivation route. I'll just eat less and train harder. And that's what happened, right? Because it turns out you can't out-train a bad diet. And eventually, through desperation, really, I was like, I wonder if I just followed the advice of those Herbalife people. Right, and I got started with my own program, and I'll be honest, initially, why did I want to lose weight? I wanted to lose weight because I wanted to look better, right? It was an ego thing. It was like I wanted to feel different in my clothes and all that stuff. And over the last 12 years particularly, my reasons for wanting to commit to a healthier lifestyle became less about how I look and more about how I feel and the example that I'm setting to now. We got two young boys. One of them's one. He's called Milo, and the eldest one is Rocket. He's 4 years old. In fact, in the bottom right-hand side of the second picture, you can see my Rocket in the picture. And I heard someone say something a little while ago that deeply affected me. And they said, I want to live as long as I can, as well as I can. And that's what Herbalife's allowing me to do now. I went from someone who thought, I'll just eat 2 to 3 meals a day. I yo-yo dieted. I was always struggling for energy, skipping meals. And now, and here's the irony of it, and maybe you're experiencing this too, you're going to eat 5 to 6 times a day. You're probably going to eat more than you've ever eaten before in your life and lose weight and feel better than you ever have in your life too. Right? As I said, we're still enjoying eating and drinking out and doing those things. We have our takeaways. We love eating out at great restaurants. And when we do, we don't look at the calories on the menu. We enjoy it because 90% of the time we have the backup of Herbalife, right? It allows us to stay where we want to be so we can enjoy the nice things that we want to enjoy and just got loads of energy. Right? I want to be an active, present father. I want to be the one running around, lifting them up, swinging them around without getting out of breath. And that's what, Herbalife, not just the products, but the coaching, the support, the guidance I've had over the years has given me. So I really owe a lot. I'm very grateful to Herbalife. And like I said, there's a lot of companies out there with a lot of products. And so you might go, well, that's great, but surely there's other products, other opportunities. But Herbalife is really one and of its own. We got 40 years of success, right? 40 years of helping people in 95 countries around the world, a multi-billion-dollar company, and a world leader in science, research, all the innovation. You won't find many companies, I'm not going to say there's none, but you won't find many companies that have 300 experts, doctors, scientists, who are there purely to ensure the quality of the products, to make sure that we're compliant with the 95 different governments of the countries that we operate in, right? We're driven by quality. There is no compromises, right? I'll say what a lot of people won't say is that Herbalife products aren't designed to be cheap. There's a lot of cheap product, low quality products out there. They're designed to be the best on the market. They're designed to be the best thing you can put in your body for health, nutrition, energy, vitality, well-being, right? So we have all of this credibility behind us. We have this thing called a seed to feed initiative. And again, I'm not saying no company has this, but we're very proud that we do. It means that we know where, how, and who the raw ingredients that go into our products, where they come from. Okay? They come to our manufacturing facilities. The quality is guaranteed throughout, and then they're delivered to a Herbalife coach that works one-on-one with a client to make sure they get a personalized program, to make sure they get a personalized support and guidance, to increase the chances of that person not only getting a result, but doing it in a way that is healthy, doing it in a way that is safe, and most importantly, doing it in a way that is sustainable. Okay? You don't have to be around Herbalife very long to realize we're going to be more focused on your habits, okay, what you do, what you're changing, than we are the amount of product that you're purchasing. Who are the products for? Well, for everyone is the truth. We're driven by, and more people come to us for weight loss and shape change than anything else. But that's because we're in the midst of a national obesity epidemic. A lot of people have struggled, some people a little while, some people their entire lives, to reach and maintain a healthy weight. And with that comes low body confidence, low self-confidence. And so, of course, a lot of people come to us for weight loss and shape change. More and more people are coming for, and a huge majority of people that come to us for weight loss, they stay for the health and for the wellness, for more energy, vitality, immune support, digestive support. And then, of course, you've got the fit and active crowd, right, which I slip into every now and then, right? But mainly I'm about the health and wellness. Those that want to fuel, refuel, recover, those that are athletes, elite athletes, which we're going to talk about in a minute. If you want to get more from your workout, an improved performance, a quicker recovery, more strength, more stamina, then we have the products, we have the programs, we have the support that can help those people too. It all starts with a healthy, balanced breakfast. Breakfast means break the fast, and it doesn't matter whether you do it first thing in the morning or a little bit later. You need to give your body a few things. It needs nutrition, it needs calories, it needs macronutrients, your carbohydrates, your protein, your fiber, it needs your micronutrients, your vitamins, your minerals. It's all in the shake, an award-winning shake, a shake that's been changing lives for 40 years. Right? You'll benefit from some antioxidants. Right? You'll benefit from some hydration, something to soothe your digestive system. That's why our shake, our tea, and our aloe is such a perfect breakfast. I'm sure you all already agree. You're going to get a better result and feel better from giving the body everything it needs than you are from something that is high carb, high sugar, low nutrition. On top of that, I mean, we can't even fit all the products on the screen, is the truth. Vegan friendly, vegetarian friendly, healthy, balanced snacks. I'm telling you, nothing that tastes as good as our chips and our bars should be good for you. But they are. They're protein packed, they're calorie controlled, they have extra vitamins and minerals in there as well. If you're someone that needs to focus on your gut health or targeted parts of your health, heart health, immune health, we have the products to help you. Okay? Because of our credibility, because of our longevity, we attract some world leading partners. We work with over 150 athletes and teams around the world in 40 different sports. We work with 5 different Olympic committees, and people like Cristiano Ronaldo, and we could talk and we could debate for a while about the world's greatest ever footballer, but one thing that isn't a debate is he's up there, right? He's up there, and he chooses to work with Herbalife. He chose to develop a product, CR7, just with us. And that's been a relationship that's been going on for years now. Our sport range is informed sports tested. Now, if you're not in elite sports, that might not mean anything to you. But of course, athletes, elite athletes, they have to be careful of what they put in their body. And so our products are proven that they can take them safely and not have to worry. They're products for athletes, all in one, pre-workout, post-workout, fuel, refuel, recover. It's all in there. So we have the credibility, we have the products, we have the science, we have the longevity, we have the real people talking about the real results. And because of all of those things, of course, then there's an opportunity. When there's high demand for what we have, right? Do people need, great nutrition? We call it fast food for smart people. People on the go, people that want to live a real life, but a healthy life. They need quick solutions. And also we want to help people lose weight and feel better. A high demand, an exploding company. We've been growing for over 40 years, world-class products. And then you combine it with coaches like me, and there's a lot of us around the world that are really committed to the mission of helping more people. Right? I knew when I got my first result, I knew that it would be unfair not to tell people about this secret that I had found. I didn't really think about, initially I didn't really think about, oh, maybe I can earn some money too. That came a little bit later for me. It was more about, I can't believe more people don't know about this. It's only right that more people get to feel the way I feel. And so I wanted to share it with other people. So I'm going to assume you're already enjoying the products. I mean, maybe you're not yet. It's possible as well that you've just met someone, a complete stranger, and they've said, or maybe a friend or family member is involved in Herbalife, and they've just gone, come and have a look, come and understand a little bit more of what I'm involved in. But assuming that you are enjoying the products, let me tell you, if you like the taste of them now, they taste even better at 25% discount. They taste even better at 50% discount. And so if all you want to do off the back of this presentation is go back to the person you spoke to and say, how do I get a discount on my products? How can I get 50% discount on my products? Some people will be tuned in tonight because they're loving the products so much, the community, the support, the health marathon, whatever it is they're involved in, and they're like, I actively want to help some people. And if that means by helping other people I can develop a little part-time income for myself, a little side hustle for myself, then great. I'm up for that. What a great way to make a little bit of extra income. And, I haven't touched on the financial challenges that a lot of people are facing. The reason my parents joined this company 28 years ago is because they had a traditional business. They ran a pub and a restaurant, and when recession came about, they lost everything. The business was gone. We lost our house. I was in private education, and then I wasn't anymore. Everything changed for us. And out of desperation, Herbalife came along, and they was like, let's give it a go. Let's see what it can do for us. And right now, we know the statistics. We know how close people are to falling behind on their bills, or missing a mortgage payment, or we can't go on holiday this year, or we can't fix that, or we can't do that with the kids because things are tight. Cost of living crisis and all of that, it's not lost on me. For me personally, at 30 years old, in over almost £50,000 worth of debt, bailiffs at the door and no way out, that's when I went, do you know what, if I can turn my passion for these products and what it's done to me, if I can turn that into just £500 a month. £500 a month 12 years ago was the difference between falling even more behind and slowly crawling out the financial hole I was in. It made a big difference to me. And so that's all I was interested in begin with. Show me how to make £500 a month helping other people look and feel better. Right? That was a good deal for me. And then, of course, it went on to become a full-time thing quite quickly because, honestly, I fell in love with helping people. And then if I wanted to help people lose weight, feel better, that was addictive. When I made some extra income, I fell in love with helping other people make some extra income too. It's all very, very satisfying. So what do we do? Let's just say, right, stay open-minded for a minute and go, well, what would I do if I wanted to develop an extra income, part-time or full-time? Well, what we do is very simple. First of all, you keep doing what you're already doing. You use the products and you get your results. People can get results in 72 hours with Herbalife. If you're doing your first 10 days in, you got a great result, you can share that with people. Share your results, share your progress. Maybe that will inspire other people to go to say, I'd like to do that too. Well, guess what? You can say, I can help you get started. Invite them to come and get started with Herbalife with you. And if you want to, there are trainings to help you develop your skills so you know how to talk to someone, you know how to get them started on the products. But the reality is, just do with them what your coach did with you, and you'll just you'll do just fine. What most people realize or come to realize, they're already doing this thing called referral marketing. You know, you have a great new coffee at the new coffee shop, or you watch a film and it's really great, or it's not, or you go to a shop or a restaurant, you get a really good service, or you're not. What do? We tell people we're recommending products and services all the time, and when we do, we don't get anything for it. Herbalife is a referral marketing business. You use a product, you feel good, you think it helps somebody else, you're just referring them, encouraging them to get started. The difference is you get rewarded. Now that reward might be an extra discount on your products. That reward might be a little money in your pocket. You help a lot of people, the rewards get a little bit bigger. And you'll get supported every step of the way, right? Online, offline, these days, there's Zoom calls like this, there's in-person events. Your sponsor's the person who invited you on here tonight. They will help you get started just like the person helped them get started. And of course, all the usual channels, Facebook, WhatsApp, Telegram groups, it's all there. You run this whole thing from your phone. We run our entire business from our phone. And the rewards, you know, it is really rewarding to help people with their health, right? To help your friends and family. It's great to be involved in a business that's positive and supportive. Time freedom, I can't even begin to tell you the difference of my life today than what it was 12 years ago when I was working full-time as an IT consultant, no background in nutrition. And the additional income, it makes a difference too. Like I said, right, it might just be about getting a discount on your products. Right? Having watched this, I don't know why anybody wouldn't want to get 25 to 50% discount on their products. It's there for everybody to do. And if you take that discount and you share the products with other people, you know, if you're getting 50% discount and you're helping just 10 people on a similar program to what you're on, that could put an extra £500 a month in your pocket. And I don't know what that would do for you, but I know what it did for me 12 years ago. First of all, it got me out of a hole, and then it allowed me to look up and go, well, who can I help next? What can I achieve next? Right? And now we're going to share a couple of stories, right? I've spoken enough, and I wrote these two lovely ladies in today. I said, would you mind jumping on and sharing your story? And both of them have got a story of happy customer to 500 to an extra £1,000 a month. And we're going to start with Claire. Claire, welcome to the call. Can you hear me? Are you there?
I can. Good evening.
Good evening, Claire. First of all, where in the country are you calling in from?
Kent.
Kent. Okay, that's where I'm from as well, so I love that. Claire, where and when did your Herbalife journey start? How did you come across Herbalife?
So it started nearly 3 years ago now, actually. I started just as a customer, wanted to lose a little bit of weight. I didn't have a lot to lose, but wanted to feel better, get healthy. And my sister-in-law then was my coach, and she said, come join me in a marathon team. I was a bit skeptical. I was like, oh, you know, I won't do very well. She's like, just come along, you know, it'll be supporting me. So I did.
Yeah.
And
what was your result?
So really quickly, I lost just over a stone. I felt better. I had more energy. I looked better. People were noticing that I looked better. And with that comes, what are you doing? So quite quickly, I was inviting people to the marathon that I was in to do the same thing as me.
So just like I said, you felt great. You thought other people should know about it, so you invited them along.
Structure.
Fantastic. And I know now
exactly
then,
that.
like in November just gone, you came along to one of our Herbalife events, and something changed in you because you were doing it very, very part-time, more as a hobby back then, and something changed. You went, I really want to give this go as a business, right?
Absolutely. All of the events are inspiring, and I've been to a few, and for whatever reason, the November one just hit me. I came away excited, inspired, like real fire in my belly. I was like, I want to do this all the time. I've been doing it part time. I love it. Let's do it as a business. Still part time, mind you, because I do have another job as well, but yeah, it changed the way I felt about it. I thought, if I can do this, I can do this as well.
Amazing. And then you made a fatal error earlier today because you messaged me and said, Matt, I can't believe it. I've just been paid my biggest ever check from Herbalife. And that's why I was like, okay, well, let's get you on tonight. So March was a good month for you, like one of your best months. How many customers have you got now?
Between 20 and 30. Most of them are within the marathons. I have a few outside of that, but yeah, around 20 to 30 now.
Okay, just so everybody knows, when we talk about marathons, they're little teams, little health teams we put together where they work as a team and support each other. It's got nothing to do with running, right? So Claire's now got 3 of these little teams running. They're all getting great results. She's just doing with others what somebody did with her a little while ago. And how much money did Herbalife pay you last month doing this really part-time and just enjoying it?
Just over £600.
Amazing.
Like crazy.
Well, do you know what? It makes a difference because we only spoke in January and you was like, Matt, I'd love to make £1,000 a month with Herbalife.
Yeah.
That would make a difference to me. And you're already at 600 a month. So Claire, thank you so much for sharing. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good job, Claire. And now we've got another story. It's similar in many ways. Alice, are you with us?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Evening, Alice. So Alice, tell us, same thing, right? How and why did you get involved with Herbalife in the first place?
I got involved just to lose my baby weight. So on the left, you can see that was me just after my second son was born. I was exhausted, I was tired, and I was the heaviest I've ever been. And I just thought I'll give it a go. Bit skeptical, but yeah, really quickly fell in love with the whole lifestyle and the support I was receiving.
Amazing, right? And what was your whole result?
So I've lost nearly 4 stone now, in about 15 months. Most of it came up quite quick to start with. I'm now really in the like health and wellness category. But yeah, definitely I couldn't be without the products now. Just within a few weeks, I realised it had changed my life. I'd always been a yo-yo dieter and a bit of a disordered eating with food, like you were saying earlier, Matt, the same sort of thing. And it's just completely changed everything. And I just wanted everyone to know about it.
Amazing, because you shared with me earlier that very quickly you wanted everybody to know, but initially you said I didn't have the confidence to talk about it though.
No, even when like people had noticed I was losing weight, I was a bit like, oh, I don't really want to say what I'm doing because I just felt really self-conscious about it.
Yeah,
But now I'm like loud and proud because I'm
yeah,
like, everyone needs to know, like you don't have to live like the way most people live, in terms of not having energy and living off convenience foods and stuff like that. Like I feel like everyone needs to know because if I hadn't have seen it on Instagram, I'd have never known, and it's changed our lives, both of us, not mine and my husband. So,
yeah. It's amazing. It's a really important point because there'll be I know there'll be customers listening tonight who are just a few days, few weeks into their journey, and they don't have a vision for themselves yet. They're like, who would listen to me? Like I've still got weight to lose, but it's all just part of the journey. And so you then, when you found the confidence, you started talking to people. I know you can't stop talking to people now because you're so passionate about it. But again, last month, March was a great month for you. How much money did you make part time from Herbalife last month?
I'm just over £1,000, very much, very part time. I've got 2 toddlers. And yeah, it's been busy, and I never thought I would earn that much relatively easily, to
Yeah.
be honest. So yeah, it's been really amazing.
Amazing. Alice, thank you so much for being on and sharing. I'm sure you would have inspired a few people listening tonight. Great job. So let's wrap it up, right? We've shown you there how a passion for the products, how a result and a gaining confidence can lead people to wanting to help others. Of course, there's a much bigger picture. Like I said, I fell in love with helping people with the products, and then I fell in love with helping people with the opportunity. And if you fall in love with helping people with the opportunity, you develop a team of coaches, you can earn commissions, and you can earn really life-changing monthly incomes. Like I said, I got serious about Herbalife to make an extra £500 a month. Within a year, I was at that level. You can see the red pin there. It's called Get Global Expansion Team. It took me a year to reach the Get Global Expansion Team, making about £2,000 a month. Now, that was like mind-blowing for me, because I was earning £2,000 a month in my full-time job as an IT consultant. And now my little part-time Herbalife business, right, which was never going to be a business, was paying me the same as my full-time job. A year later, I was at the Millionaire Team, making, you can see the numbers on the screen, that's a monthly income. And just a few years ago, alongside my wife Lauren, we made it to the President's Team. We've been President's Team for 5 years now. Changed our life beyond all recognition. Like, Lauren was pretty fresh out of university and ran her own business in charity fundraising. I was an IT consultant, right, and didn't know what I was going to do with my life. No background in health, nutrition, didn't understand even the business model or what it was. But it's funny how Herbalife has a way of, you know, teaching you and helping you every step of the way. And these are people I know, friends of mine. Ricky was a lift engineer, and he's now a President's Team member in Herbalife. Tasmin was a beauty therapist. Adam, a lorry driver. Retail management, account management, personal trainers. And we could list 500 different occupations. They're all in Herbalife. And they start with being happy customers. They want to help a few people. They make a part-time income, and it becomes something that changes their life forever, just like Alice just shared. Making it to the President's Team was a really big deal for us. This is us getting our recognition with our sponsors and mentors in Herbalife. You know, my parents found Herbalife because David on the left-hand side there handed my father a flyer in the high street. Right? Amazing how your life can turn on one little action like that. And, you know, beyond anything, you know, our life is so different today to what it was 12 years ago. We like to travel. We want to give our kids experiences, and we have the freedom to do that now because we can run this business from our phone, from our laptops, anywhere in the world. I'm in Surrey right now, but I could be in Sydney doing exactly the same thing. And that's something you can't do when you're tied to a job, tied to a 9-to-5, working for somebody else, right? So just so forever grateful. And it's all for these two, right? I shouldn't put this slide in here because it makes me emotional, but I think back to my childhood, and I grew up in a home that was full of love, but wasn't full of money, wasn't full of opportunity, wasn't full of experiences. And the biggest problem we have now is keeping our two boys' feet on the ground, because they're going to live a different life to what I was brought up in. And it's thanks to Herbalife. Forever grateful. In closing, your options, I just encourage you to choose one of these 4 things. Go back to the person that invited you on here tonight. And like I said, if you want to stay where you are, pay full price for your products, be a happy full price payer, great. By the way, we love you, right? If you want to increase your discount, just begin the conversation with the person that invited you on here. How can I get 50% discount on my products? If something you've heard tonight, particularly from Claire and Alice, has made you go, do you know what? If I could get my result and grow my confidence and help a few people, and that would help me put a little bit of money in my bank each month, then I'm open to having that conversation. Tell me a bit more, right? Because that's all it is. Then speak to the person. And why not? Like, there is hundreds and hundreds of people in the UK right now making a full-time income with Herbalife that they never dreamed they were going to do. And you could do it too. It just starts with being open to the idea. Okay. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to be on tonight. Good luck with whatever you decide. And I hope to see you at a Herbalife event in the future. Thanks very much, and good night.